Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I am so our attempt to fix the problem by running the by applying the metadata did not work. Although I'll look through these logs right before we started. We have same problem where it can't find the element, so the query isn't working. And the metadata is in fact being applied successfully. So there is that. That part is working correctly. So really, I think it's time for me to stop just trying to, hope that whatever I try next is going to work. Yes, that would be faster, but also could potentially be a lot slower. I think the next thing is to try to recreate this problem locally. So I want to set up a database. I want to, I guess like in Docker, I want to spin up the Docker container that this is running. And so we can see that it's basically run cd database docker compose up. So let's do that. That's in the database here. We're going to do a docker compose up -d. Okay, so you're healthy. So the database is healthy and it's up, and the GraphQL instance has started. Okay, great. So next thing is, let's like connect into the database and sort of see what we have. So we'll do a docker compose exec database. And I should be able to just PSQL Postgres. What is the name of this database? I believe the database is going to be the same name as the user, which would be Postgres. Okay, so we're in here. Okay, so I see course tags, courses, and tags. Okay, that looks correct. So let's exit out of here. I don't think we have any data in it yet. Actually, let's connect in. Let's do table courses. Actually, we do have data in here. Okay. Oh, because I have my init dot. I have that init.sql. I wonder if that's a problem. Yeah, this init.sql has the creates, but it also has some inserts. I mean, I don't think it should be a problem, but if my database structure changed, that could be a problem. Yeah. All right. Well, next step. We have Asura running, and it's exposed on port 8081. So I should be able to connect and use that. Now, to double check though, is this really the one that I'm connecting on? Okay, so I have Database GraphQL API 1. That's up 3 minutes, and that's on port 8081. Okay, so that seems correct. If I reapply the header here, you also seem to have the data. So give me the access level. Just give me all the things. Okay, that seems to work. All right, what's next? Next is starting up our that's the compose file. Then the next thing would be our .github file. So in end-to-end tests, we cd into the database, we Docker compose up, and we wait until it says that it's healthy. We then Hasura seed apply. We apply the metadata. I'm not sure we need these things because we already have data in there. So I don't think we need either of those. CD down. And then, okay, then we run docker name. Then we run caddy. Okay, so we need to build the other code, and then we can run this. So it's gonna be from web. So trunk. I can just trunk serve this, and it'll be almost exactly the same thing. Okay, so this is running at port 8080. We're getting an error. Did not get any course data from API location. Source API courses, line 125. Was that a 404 or is that something else? Field courses not found in type query root extensions. Okay. Field courses not found in type query root. All right. All right, let's head back into here and double check. If I don't have this, well, that's a problem because I believe that we don't have authorization. And so we need courses. We need permissions for public. Okay, so if I do that, take you off, still doesn't seem to work. Okay, public select. Is it public with a lowercase? Yep, that's the exact same error. Did I change the name of a role? Is it supposed to be lowercase p? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I might be missing. When we spin up. Oh yeah. Okay. So we are definitely missing something here. What I want Hasura default role. So we're not giving it the default role of public, which is kind of a problem. I want to find the environment variables that sets the default role. It's not authentication stuff. Okay, so roles. Okay, don't have that. Where's the list of environment variables? I remember that there was one, and forget exactly where it is. Maybe it was under. Okay, let's try it. Just searching for environment. I think that was like managing environment variables in the cloud. I don't think that's what I wanted. Yeah, cloud managing development environments. That's not what I want. Environment variables under Cloud Vercel integration. GraphQL engine command flags environment variables. This looks like what it's going to be. So I want the default user. Or default role, really. Okay. Unauthorized role. Unauthorized role when used when access key is not sent in access key only mode or the authorization header is absent in JWT mode. Example anonymous. Okay, here we go. So we're going to name this public. Okay, so this has to go in here. Probably should have done -D, but we'll see. Okay, so you're up and running already, it looks like. That's still not working. But if we come here, permissions. Okay, so that's not being set in the metadata, so maybe we need to configure that. But if I go public, if I do that, it's not really working yet. Same problem. Okay, so that did it apply that role? So your role is public, unauthorized role, which then I'm using here, public, allow you, okay. I wonder if that's the wrong environment variable to set. Oh, Docker Compose up. That. Oh, I need to do this in Docker Compose file. Oh, yeah. Well, that's my problem. I need to do it not here. Public with a lowercase p. Okay. I can't apparently change that, so. Okay, if I have all those, now you're working. Okay. And hit refresh and you show up as expected. Okay, so that's good. All right, so then what I need to do is get it to apply that as like metadata, which I think, okay. I might have to do the apply metadata here. So after Docker Compose up happens, I come out one directory. That would be in database, Docker Compose up. Oh, and here's the metadata stuff. So then I want to do okay, so I think it's Hasura apply metadata. Something about a database that needs to be set. I wonder if I need to set the admin secret. All right, well, first I think I want to extract the metadata. So it's Hasura metadata export. It's taking a suspicious amount of time. Okay, let's see. I have to tell it endpoint, HTTP endpoint for the GraphQL. Oh, right. So if these things are set, it's just gonna work. So if we take a look here, this doesn't have that. Okay, so hold on. You need to have the Hasura GraphQL endpoint. And I believe that here is going to be IP localhost 8081. Let's temporarily set that. So let's see. Export that equals. Okay. What else? Admin secret. The Sura GraphQL admin secret is set. Keyboard cat. All right. I don't need any certificate authorities. Environment file name to load environment variables from. This is going to be fine. We're going to have actual environment variables in there. Oh, and we're going to want to do the skip update check just in case. So let's do. Let's see, other things. I don't need to do any special output string stuff. Yeah, Hasura metadata export should be fine. Okay, metadata exported. And then I can also do this to JSON and reapply it. But I kind of want to now try. Okay, so let's go with the next one, which is going to be import. Oh, it's apply, not import. Okay, so we need the GraphQL admin secret, the GraphQL endpoint, and we should probably throw in the skip update check. Okay, so inside of you, we'll do Hasura metadata apply. I see nothing about a database here. So we'll just put in a skip update check and see if that applies it correctly. Okay, so save you. Okay. I'm not seeing the logs out here, but I don't know if I would. All right, let's try navigating here again. That seems to be a lot happier. And just to double check, that seems to be happy too. Okay. So out of curiosity, if I come to data, I have both of these here. Oh, I kept them in. So now it forever has both uppercase public and lowercase public. That's cool. Okay, so let us now push this up and see if this works in CI/CD. All right, so we updated. Yeah, so metadata now has updated information in here, and our workflows. Okay. All right, so here's our pull request. Although that's running a preview, I think that actually might be wrong. Hold on, let's actually just go and take a look at it. Right, because we have three different things running. One is because there's changes in this pull request for the infrastructure in AWS. So that's one. So we have two pull requests here. So it's probably this one. Nope, this is infrastructure. Never mind. This one. This is platform web. All right, so we have to wait a couple minutes. The build web app for testing, I think, is the second longest or the one of the longest ones. It has to build it twice. Luckily, I think it only has to install all the prerequisites for building it once, but then it does two different. Oh, I guess I'm not building web app for deploy. So never mind. It is only doing it once. On deploy, so on the main branch, I do both of these. So it's in parallel, which is good, but also at the same time, one of them is going to be slower because it's doing a release build. I'm kind of curious, how long has that been taking recently? 3 minutes to, okay, so around 3 minutes for this section, and then it's failing at 1 minute 54 seconds in on that one. Oh, that's even a little bit faster this time. Okay. Now we get to wait for 2 minutes for end-to-end tests. Almost halfway done. So I guess we can chat while we're waiting. I've been thinking about Epic Blarg's idea about the sort of like write AI code as modules to help out in like human aided sort of gaming. I really like that idea. I think that could also be a great like April Fool's video type thing where it's like, okay, let's we're making like the next big AI thing. It's like you got Copilot that like it or hate it, it's designed to try to like improve your productivity. We've got other like AI chatbots and other things that are designed to like explore how AI works and what we can do, and then we're gonna have our stuff, which just makes you play the game, allows you to play the game. Okay, so this failed again. Could not find this element. Okay, so here's our applying metadata applied. And then we go with Hasura. So now just to make sure it's not something weird in my tests, let's try rerunning this. Okay, so let's do Docker compose down. Okay, so we already did that. Let's also like completely remove our database. So we'll do Docker remove the database volume, Docker compose up, and we'll wait. But yeah, anyways, for our like AI type game thing, I think that having it be where you play in yourself, where you play with a partner, essentially, no strangers, I don't think. And it could either be multiplayer if I figure out how to do that, or just single player helping you out in like a platforming type game or something else like that. I do think that there would be a lot of real use there when it comes to education, in specifically when teaching programming. So I actually want to look into that a little bit more seriously. Maybe do the fun one a little bit, and then do the silly one. Okay, so here you have. Okay, so you're set up here. And you're showing no courses now. Okay, that's good. So the metadata got applied, and it can see all these things, but it's not getting courses. Why? Clearly the query is okay. If I run you now, you get nothing. Okay. So we're on to something now. Do you have no data in the database? Is that why? Docker compose exec. Actually, I can just do run PSQL. Fine. Do I not do quotes on it? Oh yeah, I don't do quotes on it. Okay, so I want okay, so I see the courses, core tags, and tags. If I then do table courses, Yeah, there's nothing in here. Okay, so then I need to seed the database. Seeding the database. Well, I could do this inside of here. I could do Hasura seed apply. Oh, and this is where I set what the database is. Okay. Hasura seed apply. Database name is default. Skip update check. Seeds planted. Back to here. Okay, so I also need to do that, which I had the code in there, but I didn't think it was doing anything. So it looks like the order that this happens doesn't really matter, but I'm going to do the metadata apply first so it knows where everything is. And then I'm going to apply the seeds. I don't know if it really matters that much. Okay, so applying metadata and seeds. Okay, let's try this again. I mean, heck, this might work, so I can actually. That is. -am. Let's try it. Let's set it up and actually get that going, and then we'll also verify locally at the same time to keep ourselves busy. Okay, so this is applying seeds after metadata. So that's off and running. I want you next. Compose down. Let's also Docker remove the database. I think that was one of my big problems in the test, was not removing the database volume. Flint Rusty. Yeah, Flint Rusty. Good morning. Hello. Good day to you too. How are you doing today? Oh, look at that. Didn't work. Oh, but it didn't work because the Docker Compose doesn't have a command in here to run before it starts everything else. So I've got to manually run this myself. Like that. And then it seems to be working. So let's go ahead and see if you're happy. Kind of, you just got home from work, kind of relaxing and chill. Well, that's nice. I am back to working on my platform. What I'm trying to do is get the end-to-end tests passing in CI/CD. So what I have is I have a Postgres database, and then I have a Hasura GraphQL API sitting sort of on top of the database, so it's connected to the database. It exposes a GraphQL API. The problem is that it doesn't have any data inside of the database. So therefore, the test failed because the test assumed that my seeds have been applied. So I've attempted to apply the seeds, and we're testing to see whether or not that works. And we'll see. And if it does, we're gonna deploy this and see if we can get it working in production. I think that I may have like done some wrong type stuff in the production one, but it's fairly easy for us to change that. And then eventually sometime I'm gonna have to figure out how to apply metadata. I guess like maybe not metadata, but like how to do migrations and other stuff to my database correctly without worrying about other stuff. Oh, you really like my code of conduct? Well, thank you. I looked through a bunch of other projects and I basically pulled out the things that I really liked and I left out the things that I didn't really like. So that's what I sort of set, and I'm using that as my my sort of global code of conduct for everything. So I have like wherever I have code of conduct stuff, I just reference that one. Oh yeah, absolutely. Take as much of it as you want. I want that part to be open source too. Especially the error culture. Yeah, that's really important to me. That's one of my one of the parts that like I absolutely have to have part of this culture. That and shame free. Shaming doesn't help. A lot of people think like we're taught from a young age that if you shame somebody, you're actually helping them because they're going to change. But okay, so we applied the seeds and the metadata. Okay. But shaming doesn't really work because it causes people to go into defensive mode. And in defensive mode, you're convincing your brain, no, I don't need to change. They're wrong. They're attacking me. I'm in the right for being defensive. So therefore, I don't need to change. And it's that much harder for them to change. So yeah, that's why I'm very passionate about that. Hey, should I have a list of all the courses we passed? Okay. I think this is working. There we go. We get all this stuff. Okay, excellent. Excellent. You passed and then you don't go on to this thing. So now we can merge in this pull request now. Okay, so let's create a merge commit. Yes, let's delete the branch locally and on GitHub. Sure, submit. Okay. All right, so I'm on the main branch now. It's done the push. And so we should see another action. So infrastructure change. I've already applied those changes, so it shouldn't actually have anything to do. And then you are now going to, you can do the same thing. So it's builds for deploy, it then tests against the deploy build, and then it deploys. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if this is going to fail because these are going to have the wrong environment variables in it. I bet that's what's going to happen. So hold on, let's take a look at this. So end-to-end test is fine, but build web app for deployment has like the real stuff. And I am uploading with web app dist. platform web dist. You are pulling. Where's the thing where it's pulling down? Download artifact with platform web dist. So what do you do if people you instruct fail to follow your instruction? Pat their back and encourage them to try again. Well, it's never as easy as just saying, "Hey, try it again." The step one is to try to understand why they failed. Is it just a one-off, and they failed because things are hard? Take sports into example. Somebody can know exactly how to, let's say we're taking billiards, like pool. If you're playing billiards, and you may know exactly how to, like, you don't want to like drop your elbow. You want to, like, put your hand in the right position to form a bridge. You want to, like, then you want the speed you're going. You have all that stuff. You can know in your mind exactly all those moves you want to do, but then your body betrays you and it doesn't work. Is it just because that one time it didn't work? Or was it because there's a fundamental understanding of what they want to do is wrong? So first understand that. And then a gentle correction of, like, oh, this is how you can do it. If they know you're coming from a place of doing it right, it's just a facts only. Okay, raise your elbow, change your stance a little bit. Those type of things, they're going to learn because you're going to help them do better. What's not going to work is, man, if you didn't suck so much, you would have made that shot. That's a shame thing. That's not going to work at all. What if they fail too many times? Let's say 10. Why are you letting them fail too many times? If you're teaching them actively, you should step in and stop them from failing too many times. Now, if they're on their own and they're failing and you just notice them failing, then it comes down to a radical candor type moment. Do you step in and let them know, hey, I have information, I can help you. If it's a stranger and, like, they're not using me to, like, help them, I usually ask permission. Hey, would it be okay to give you some advice? And I've had people tell me, yeah, absolutely, I'd love that. And then I give them my advice. And I've had people tell me, no, I don't want to. And at that point, it's on them. I've done what I can. If they want advice, they now know that I can give it to them, and I can back off and just sort of watch. Also, apparently I built it. Okay, so the workflow ran because I built web app for deploy and then didn't do anything with it. So I need to build web app for testing and deploy. I need to put them into different locations. So path, platform web dist. Oh, interesting. So this sucks. Because the environment variables are baked in at compile time, which means, unfortunately, that deploy and end-to-end tests I want to be on the same build but with different environment variables. So I need to build the web app for testing, and then I also need to build up the web app for deployment using the same code base but different environment variables. Then deploy will pull this one, and test will pull this one. And I do want to do this at the same time as here, and that's fine. But How am I going to... Oh, with name web app dist. Okay, that's what it is. And then over here, platform web app dist. Can I choose a different name? Same location, different name. That's what I want to do. So, what was that called? Upload artifacts. Okay, so upload an individual file, upload a directory. Wait, where's my download? Let's see. Each artifact behaves as a file share. Uploading to the same artifact multiple times in the same workflow can overwrite and append already uploaded files. Perhaps if the name is different, that's going to be fine. However, when a workflow run finishes, an artifact is downloaded from either the UI or the download API. Okay, wait a second. Oh, I'm using download artifact. Okay, so download artifact. Wait, there's the download artifact. GitHub action. Okay, so then there's this one. Can I specify the name? Because if I can, then yes, I can. So I can specify the name. With a path. Okay, so there we go. So in end-to-end tests, I want build web app for testing steps, upload artifact with name web app, not dist. This is web app test. And then end-to-end test, I download with name web app test and put it into here for deploy. Okay, and then you needs build web app for testing, build web app for deployment happens anyway. Is that what happened? Build web app for testing didn't run. Build web app for testing doesn't need. Event name equals pull request or github.ref name equals main. Well, that's a problem. Okay, and then you are going to be this web app dist. And so then I want under deploy, Download artifact with name that. I think that means it will now download the appropriate ones at the appropriate times and deploy them out. All right, so this is CI CD appropriate testing and deployment. Yep. Okay. So they're now both building and both running. You kind of okay. You go straight to deploy. I would love it if the line doesn't go through, or I guess technically behind end-to-end test, because it kind of looks like it needs it. I wish it would like go around it like that. Maybe have like end-to-end test moved down here. But okay, so the testing should finish first and then go into here, and then therefore this sort of just happens on its own and doesn't slow us down for the deploy part at the very least. So it should still be less than 10 minutes total for everything, but at the same time we're also waiting, and then hopefully everything should sort of work as expected, which would mean that we can go to brooksbuilds.com. Is this already working now? I guess it is. For a while, it was getting error messages that it couldn't connect to the GraphQL interface, but I guess I did deploy it. I didn't think I did, but okay. Well, that's cool. And I guess like to show if we're really, or are these hard coded in here? These might be hard coded in here. Hold on. Oh, I don't want to open it there. I want to open it this browser. I have it. Oh, and there. Okay, so for you, if I want to get a list of the courses. Yeah, I only have one course in here right now. So on production, I have those hard coded in, which is sure, that's fine, but I would love for it to be just this. I think my tag is incorrect right now. So I want to update that. So let's query. Oh, I love how like it's making things smaller. Query get tags. Tags. I want the ID and the name. I think what I want to do is change these to U with a capital Y, but no RS, and then Rust with a capital R. I think that's what I need to do for these. So we're gonna do mutation, update tag name. Okay, so I need add you in so I can actually do that. So update tag by primary key. Not include. Okay, primary key columns ID is 1. Set the name to be Rust. And then sure, give me those things back. So 2 is going to be you. So that's that one. And then 2 be you. And now if I get tags, now we sort of get what we expect them to be. All right, so you failed on the test. All of them failed. Great. Is the server not running? Yeah, failed to load. Okay, so the server's not running. All right, so the metadata was applied. So Hasur is working and the database is working. Unable to find caddy latest. Okay, so pulling from there. So I pulled all this down. And then it started caddy. But that didn't work clearly. Because we go to localhost 8080 and we got a 404 not found. Okay. 404 not found being that the server is running, kind of. So let's see. What could cause that? So it wouldn't be this one. It would be this one. So in end-to-end tests, we caddy run this. And then we go, okay, print working directory, platform web dist, web app dist. Oh, it's web app test here. That might have been it. Everything else should be the same. Okay. So let's see. You are serving the test web platform the correct directory. All right, more fun waiting. But now, okay, now we know they're building successfully. They should have the right information in them. End-to-end testing is getting the correct thing, but it wasn't right. Okay, so we pulled down the test one, but it wasn't in the correct location. So now it should work, I think. And as soon as we get this deployed, we can start moving on to the next features, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. So looking through those, after we see what the courses we could take, we have, as a logged out viewer, I want to watch a course that's available to me. I actually think that we would have that already built in. I just sort of need to verify it. But let's see, let's take a look at our success criteria for this. So we want to be able to navigate to the web app. Don't log in. Let's see, like just find one of the courses. So find a course. Find a course that has watch now on it. Click the watch now button, and then just like be taken to YouTube playlist. Okay. State the comment. Okay, so convert to, it's an issue in there. All right, so that's gonna be that one. Next after that, as a logged in viewer, I want to watch a course that hasn't been released yet. Okay, so this is gonna be potentially a little bit more interesting. So success criteria. And I definitely don't think we've done anything around this. So from a user's perspective, what's going to happen is load the sort of homepage. We're going to, I guess, like notice I guess like in this case, we just log. We notice that we can't, so like find a course that is logged in only. So we cannot like I guess like that doesn't make sense. Find the homepage, we log in. Find a sort of, this is not a private, this is a logged in only course. So logged in only course. And then, so the homepage, log in, find a logged in only course. And then click the watch button, watch on YouTube. That will be coming up next. So I don't actually have any courses yet for this, but I'm thinking what I'll probably do is create the, my next planned course is going to be a backend course. I'm thinking Axum for it, and it's going to be part of the sort of same series as the Introduction to You course. So whereas You was creating the front end for a to-do app where we had an existing backend written in Node.js, now we're going to have a rewrite the backend in Axum where we have an existing front end in Vue. Or if you've already done the U course, you could just use the U front end too for that. So sort of mix and match. And then this would be a sort of private or authenticated where you need to be logged in to go see it. And what I like about this, a couple different things, is I can not do the scheduling thing that I've done in the past for a few different courses. Oh, you failed also. What happened? Same problem? Yeah, 404s. Not found.
Inhale and exhale.
Well, that's a bummer. Let's see. So we start this here. So platform web dist web app test, which that's what we call this, right? Web app test here for download, and web app test here. I wonder if it's because the different, if it's the same directory, it like overrides it. Which is unfortunate. Um, hmm. Just to sort of test this out, if I put a needs, and then we say, okay, you need end-to-end test to be completed, like that, and then deploy needs end-to-end test and build web app for deployment, so I can remove you, just that one. I guess I could have trunk deploy, build it twice, and put them into different directories. That could also work. Okay, so modified workflow. Yeah, okay, so git commit am. So let's see. Building or deploy after end-to-end tests. I mean, it's not great. I'm not super happy about it. This is going to double the time essentially that it takes the action to complete. So I would really like to be able to do that twice. I think that the directory that it's based on is not happy. I think the directories have to be different, as well as the names. And I was really hoping that the name could be unique for that. Which is too bad. I think the name is, the name might be just the directory it's coming in at, and it has like nothing to do with where it's being loaded or like put. So, yeah, I might. Okay, so I might be able to figure out a way. Maybe we can use trunk, command in trunk to say, okay, test goes to like dist, like dist dev, and deploy goes to dist prod or something like that, and then, or like dist deploy, and then I upload those specific folders. Then I can have both them uploaded separately because they are in different directories. I might need to do that. All right. Other sort of cleanup things while we're waiting. All right. So this is going to be interesting. I don't think that this is necessarily going to be, well, you know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to, okay, so we're going to have steps with this. Or like to do. So we need to set up Asura to work with auth0 so I can tell that you're logged in. and then basically I can send the token to Hatsura's request, and it could then verify, okay, you are logged in, you are a user. I don't necessarily care what role you have yet. At the very least, like I want some kind of role, like any role, like any authenticated user role. I wonder if I can have multiple roles passed in. That would be interesting. But okay, that doesn't really matter. So we need to set up Hasura to work with Auth0. We need to set up roles in Auth0 so that everybody gets sort of like a basic role. So set up a default authenticated role in Auth0. Think that's it to begin with. Oh, then we need to, add the role to Hasura. So that way it gets like the URL information if and only if you're logged in. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good for right now. Okay. Let's start. I guess we'll start cleaning up some of this too. So put you all down, leave you up. Got you. Main reason I need to start closing down because I need to start getting ready for my day. But we can sort of like hang out as long as possible to give that GitHub action a chance to run. So all of you are good. So I'm all good here, and I obviously pushed up those changes. So you don't need to be open anymore. You can be closed. Did I? You failed. Okay. I was really hoping that would work. But we got another 404. Okay. So tomorrow morning we're going to put everything back the way we had it. Or at least we're going to try to figure out what's going on with Caddy that it's causing us to have this problem. And then we'll get deploys back up and working. So that'll be tomorrow's stream. So with that, it is 8:21 a.m. my time. That does mean I have to get ready for my workday. I'll be back tomorrow morning, as I mentioned. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you then. Bye.